He's so small. Holy Hello everyone, Tralen here, and today's video I'm gonna show you the best builds that you can run on Blight to this day. Even if you are a beginner, I would recommend to stick to the final of the video because I'm gonna be showing you tips for Blight in general, and at the end of the video I'm gonna show you one of the, if not the best, build that you can run as a beginner. The first build that we're gonna start is the high generators. It's built around the perk from Clown, Post Goes the Whistle, which allows to regress a generator for 20% once we hook a survivor. The perk from Artist, Grim Embrace. Whenever you hook a survivor, you gain a token, and when you move away from that hook, all generators are gonna be blocked for 10 seconds. And if you get all the survivors, you gain 4 tokens. All generators are gonna be blocked for 40 seconds. The perk from Nemesis, whenever you kick a gen, that gen is gonna be highlighted as yellow, and whenever you down a survivor, all highlighted generators are gonna explode for 10%. And finally, we got the perk from Artist once again, a Scorch Hook Pain Resonance, and you spawn with 4 white hooks. Whenever you hook a survivor on a white hook, the generator with the most progress will regress for 20%, and this only can happen only once per survivor, so you can do it 4 times in a game. You can also use the perk from the first of Begging Down from Stranger Things. You know him like that. After you hook a survivor, you get close to a generator, you do a small animation, and you can regress that gem for 10%. Let's jump to the gameplay, shall we? We're on Ormond here at this map, and we're gonna be playing this nasty build that you probably don't want to play as and against. I really hate this build. Personally, I don't like builds like this, but here we are, showing how you can destroy lobbies on 2026, and this is the destroying build, destroying gens build, and really simple. Whenever you see a gen regressing, you apply the Nemesis perk and just try to get the downs. It's simple as that. There is no rocket science here. It is nothing.
Hey, you.
So there is some gen progress. You kick the gen and you get the down nets, right? Since this build is around only regression, you're gonna have a plenty time to play with the survivor. So even if the game doesn't go in your way in the first minutes, in the first chases, you're gonna be eventually catching up because you have so much regression. Obviously, you can apply some pressure. You can, approach the camp. You're gonna notice that survivors are just gonna give up because look, this build is so brain rot that I even tried to kick that gen to apply the Nemesis perk. That's how dumb this build is. But with this build, you can just play normal, a friendly quote unquote, and you're gonna probably be sweeping, completely destroy every single lobby. The amount of regression that you gain with Blight and all the pressure that you can get with this killer is insane. In reality, you don't have to make any, decision making here besides of just pick the gen and chase the person. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to worry about. If you really want to just turn your brain off, this is your build. Absolutely. And eventually survivors are not just gonna give up. They are not gonna do anything. They are just gonna see, oh dude, why is my gen regressing for the 20th time in this game? It's not fair. It was 15%, now it's 0%. It was 99%, it's now 0%. It's absolutely discouraging, this build to play against, that people just give up. They don't want to play with you. It's especially if you play in Blight. For example, look at this Lara. She gave up already. 2 hooks already in the game, 5 gens. That seems like a normal game. She gave up. There's nothing else. She doesn't do anything. I don't blame her. Honestly, I don't blame her. And that's it. This build is just pretty much that. If you want to be, farm some nasty comments to your Steam profile, or get some DMs in your, console messages, remember to hook on the white hooks so you can get Scorch Hook. And that's it. Nothing else. And you can see now they pretty much give up. Like, what are they doing here? There's nothing here. Like, this is pointless. We're still 5 gens. 2 people didn't hook. Lara gave up. There's nothing else they can do. You're sweeping lobbies with this build. Let's go for the next build. The next build is the no terror radius build. This build is around getting undetectable, which means we will be losing our terror radius constantly, and so we can ambush our survivors and getting surprise hits where they not expect because you're not gonna hear our terror radius. The build consists on the next perks. The perk from Hillbilly Tinkerer. The first time that the generator hits 70% of progress, you receive a notification, and at the same time you get undetectable for 16 seconds. The perk from Unknown, Unforeseen. Your terror radius, it sets to a generator whenever you kick one. and get undetectable for 30 seconds. The perk from Krasu, Heads over Tune of Doom. A dual totem spawns, and after a survivor repairs that headset generator, when this survivor is repairing the generator for 5 seconds, you gain undetectable for 30 seconds, and it sets your terror radius in that generator. They get jumpscare basically with the terror radius. It happened to me once. The perk from Singularity, Machine Learning. After you kick a gen, that gen gets compromised, and if the gen gets repaired, you gain 8% speed and undetectable for 16 seconds. Finally, if you can literally overkill this build, you can run Biggest Journal, which guarantees undetectable while you're rushing. Really handy if you wanna overkill this build. Let's see the gameplay. Alright, so we're on this time in Auto Haven. The first chase right away. The point of this build is you going around taking free hits. The more they open the map is, sometimes it helps. It depends on the map. Inter maps obviously gonna help. But the point of this build, nasty hit right there. It's just getting the downs in the most unexpected way, you know. You have to ambush the survivors. They are not gonna expect. We lost our terror radius, and now look. This person was not aware that I was coming, and look, I get the hit for free, and this is where the situation that you have force all the time, forcing unexpected hits all over the place. For example, here I avoid to pick up this person because now we're still undetectable. We don't have the radius. We just got scammed right there, but you know the idea right there. We got auto-aimed to the generator. That just happens. It's DVD. It's not perfect. We still have undetectable, and now the gen is gonna become completed. Since we applied the perk from I'm bad with names. The perk from Singularity, we're gonna have the bonus speed once the David finishes the gen, and you have no idea how good 8% speed is. Like M1s are significantly easier. So we find this gear here. So wasn't expecting because we're still undetectable. We got a free hit, free down. We got the hit right there because the 8%. The 8, you have no idea how good the 8% is. We're not gonna pick up because we have to apply some pressure. We lost a little bit of pressure with that Renato first chase, so we have to record a little bit of pressure. Take in mind that gen is almost done, so that's gonna put us on 3 gens, 1 hook. We have 2 people on the ground. We're gonna try to recover a little bit the pressure, and we're gonna pick up first the Sable here. And this person is probably forcing some. She could pick up. I believe that some anti-slug, so you have to just ignore her. We can finish the game by just, you know, this person is there a hope. Might as well debate that her as probably BT base kid. We can finish the game right away with going with this guy. Look, for example, now we have that's almost game completed. But if we get this guy down and kill. So now, because of that mistake, that seems like a mistake, that's another one. That single mistake put me on 2 gens remaining, and Renan is still alive, which is really bad. We're gonna first a 3v1, which is significantly easier. We have the Sable there in the ground, but we're not gonna pick her. Why? Because she has 0 hooks. It's not worth it. She's never gonna be worth it in this situation to hook. There's no point. We're gonna look for people. We have 3 gens remaining. We have to check every single one. So since we're playing Blight, we can check all of them in a substantial time. In the meantime, you can also chase people. So I saw that gen in my bag on the crane. It has no progress, so we can still going for more people. Right? We pick up. We need to make some progress. I know that gen is not completed. What we have to do here is just get it down. Get it down here on the table. We can pick up because we need some progress, and simple as that. Like this build, you have to be careful with this build since you don't have no regression. The entire build, I think it's really fun. You should try this one, give it a chance. This build, play like I said earlier. Do not overcommit. Try to get the value out of your perk by kicking the gen. Just move and get as much as free hits as possible. I'm surprised the survivors are that hard, but I could not hit that because I ended up finishing this game. Let's go just at the end. But you can see this lobby was stacked. This lobby was stacked. Three Dark Hearts, 3 DSs, 1 brand new part. This lobby was stacked, and yet Blight can still win these games if you play perfectly with the right decision making. and you don't need any regression perks. And for the final build, and the one that I highly recommend if you're new to the Blight, this is the build I can see everything. This build consists of only auto rating, and we're gonna be able to see survivors all the time, right? And I'm gonna tell you the perks. The perks are the perks from Nemesis, Lethal Pursuer. At the start of the game, you can see the survivors for 9 seconds. You also get 2 more seconds or auto reading from other perks, so I'm gonna have a lot. This is almost like the main perk of the build. Perk from Cannibal, also known as Booba, Barbecue. These perks allow you to see survivors that are away from you after you hook someone. The perk from Chucky brings till the end. Whenever you hook a survivor, you reveal the obsession, and unlike Barbecue, the obsession can be any part of the map, and they also get exposed. This is not more important as a Blight because, you know, he's gonna be rushing most of the time. And finally, in one of the perks right now on DVD, in my opinion, that is not regression perks, is Nowhere to Hide. From the night pick a gen, you will reveal all the survivors that are nearby that gen, or actually nearby you, because he follows you. Let's see the gameplay. And for the final build that we got for today, it's the auto reading. It's just, you can see everything basically in any time. I really love this build because I think it's the easier build to play. If you are a really beginner play, you don't have to make too much micromanagement around, because you're gonna get a lot of information wherever you do anything. But the first thing that you have to do obviously is, you know, look for the person, and with Lethal Pursuer it's gonna be easier because at the start of the game you're gonna see everyone, and from that you can start, you know, your game. You only have to do is just follow the person that is getting highlighted every time you hook someone. You are gonna see always guarantee, brings till the end, you're always gonna have someone highlighted at the beginning of the game. And that's lovely. Like, you have no idea how helpful is that to see everyone whenever you hook someone. So the idea of this build is very simple, straightforward. I think the only recommendation that I have to tell you around this build is that you have to hook pretty much in the border of the map, because you want to get value out of Barbecue. You must have a minimum of distance between you and the survivors to have their auto reading. The rest is just straightforward. If they, I mean, I don't necessarily, I'm telling you that every time you have to hook in the borders. If sometimes you're in the middle of the map, or what you have to do, it's pretty much hook as close as possible. And then after that, you can play with the other perk, Nowhere to Hide. Nowhere to Hide is gonna allow you to just basically pick any gen and see everyone that is around. It has a really good radius, so you should be fine with it. And on the top of that, whenever you hook someone, as you can see right here, it's just simple. You just keep going. You always have something to do with this build. You're not gonna have dead time with this build. That's why I love with this. You can also pair it with the Compound 21, which is gonna allow you to see more people whenever you bounce. And that's it. We go at the end of the game. As you can see, we have 1 gen remaining, but it's just simple, straightforward. We got our build carrying us all the way at the end, and yeah, it's just, I love this build. I really love it. And yeah, these builds are great to start to play with Blight. Feel free to mix and match the builds. You can run build 1, build 2, or build 3 with build 1. It's up to you. Even if you don't have all the pairs, feel to just substitute one of the pairs that you're missing, and you should be fine. Comment below what builds you like to see me use, or the builds that you usually use. Hopefully you like these builds, and subscribe and like.